programming is brought to you by Local Video Marketing in association with coachchic.com.
The first order that I'm gonna do is 1 against 0. Player number 1 goes this way, and player number 2 has got a puck. It's actually player now number 3 in this position, but it doesn't matter. Now comes a pass. Very simple. This player goes on the net and takes a shot. After player number 3 plays the pass, he goes backwards and he receives a pass from player number 4. Now we coaches, we have options. I do it today that this player goes this way also, shot number 2, or you can do it so that if you receive a pass, this player can actually go this way, heads up, shot on this side. But like I told you, today I do 2 shots on this side. In the second drill we go much more on rebounds, a lot of shooting for the goalies. So player number 1 goes this way and player number 3 has got a puck and he plays the pass or puck to this player. A lot of speed right now. This player plays now pass over here. He plays pass over here. This player goes this way and this player continues in this move. Now pass. What we want to see right now, this player has got a puck and he takes a shot. He takes a shot on the goal and he is actually, if we imagine right now here. Now comes this player. This player comes right now here. We have pucks here. Pass to him. He goes in the front of the net and shot. He takes a shot. But we have here still this third player. This third player who actually has been a little bit waiting, timing. He played his pass. He's actually player number 3. And he goes over there and he receives a pass from this group. We have now 2 players in the front of the net and shot number 3. Look at the movie. The next drill is 2 against 2 flow. It starts that player number 2 goes with a puck like this. Second player without puck. We have here beautiful situation 2 against 2. After that the job is done. These 2 defensive players goes away and 2 reds who has been offense, they stay, and now comes blue. Now comes blue. These 2 players, maybe this one like this. 2 against 2 flow. Very simple. Now we have 3 against 1 on both sides. Defender takes a shot and he goes like this. Now here he has a pass. He's got a puck behind the net. Now first forward comes and he takes the puck speed, a lot of speed. Now second forward goes this way, this back goes this way. They go 3 against 1. They go 3 against 1 on the side to goal or under the couch whistle. Now that same puck or new puck, this D is gonna offense, forwards also, and this defender is gonna be defender. Very easy drill, 3 against 1, or you can do it like 2 against 1 plus back checker, so it can be 2 against 2 actually. Thank you. This drill is gonna be actually like a previous one, shot from the D, and right now he goes like this, and here he has a pass. Now he's deep behind the net. First player takes a puck. Second player goes like this. And the third player like that. Now we have situation 3 against 1 plus defender. So actually 4 against 1. If you want to do it much more tougher, you can do one more forward, 4 against 2. And after that we have 3 plus defender like back checker, and this D is defense, so we have 3 against 1 plus 1 back checker, or if we have here this forward, we have 3 against 1 plus 2 back checker, so actually 3 against 3.
Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Eat, Skate, Win with Kim Lukhard, Hockey Mom RD. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to create a hockey strong sandwich and the best time to eat it. So we're going to talk about nutrient timing first. What is nutrient timing? Nutrient timing transforms your everyday eating into a strategic key component of your hockey training regimen. When you learn how to use nutrient timing as a part of your hockey training regimen, you will know what to eat when and how much for your hockey goals on and off the ice. So let's go over one sandwich, a peanut butter banana sandwich. Now let me make a note. If you do have a nut allergy and you want to try this, you could try almond butter, cashew butter, or sun butter. You will need 1 banana, 2 slices of bread, and 2 to 4 tablespoons of peanut butter, almond butter, or sun butter. Simply peel that banana and slice it up. Spread the peanut butter on the toast or bread, whichever way you like your sandwich. Place the slices of banana on the peanut butter and enjoy your sandwich for the best time for your planned activities. So let's look at this sandwich. There it is in production. I prefer mine toasted, so you'll see it toasted on the far right. This sandwich contains 20 grams of protein, 14 coming from 4 tablespoons of peanut butter, 5 grams of protein from the bread I chose, and 1 gram from the banana. If you add an 8-ounce glass of milk, low fat, you will boost the protein in this meal to 28 grams. That is a very good amount of protein. You want to aim for between 20 and 35 grams of protein per meal. And the sandwich also contains 29 grams of fat. Now, while fat is an important part of your meal plan, when you consume fat too close to ice time, it will slow down your skating and your thinking. This sandwich contains 69 grams of carbohydrates, another 12 when you add in that 8-ounce glass of milk, and remembering the majority of your calories should come from carbohydrates to support your on-ice goals with your ice hockey game. And last but not least, this sandwich contains 560 calories. Now that is for the 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. This would be a great sandwich for a larger skater, say 14 and older, maybe 13. If you have a smaller skater and they like this combination in their sandwich, you could try a half a sandwich also with a glass of milk, which would bring the total calories for that meal for the smaller skater to under 400 calories. If you'd like to learn more about youth ice hockey nutrition, come on over and join my group, Youth Ice Hockey Nutrition Solutions for Busy Hockey Parents, on Facebook to learn more about youth ice hockey nutrition and nutrient timing. Remember, what you put on your plate determines how you will skate. Have a great day and happy skating until next time. This is Kim Lukhard, Hockey Mom RD.
Make no mistake about it, our sport is all about motion. And I've found that I can unbelievably improve a player's skating, their rhythm, their power, and their efficiency with these exclusive off-ice methods. I can also help older players with their explosive strength, toughness, and conditioning.
To the band gym, everybody. I want to take you through how to take one exercise and by changing your base of support, turn it into 15 exercises. You with me? Let's do this. All right, so we're going to use a simple attached single band with the handle to go ahead and do a single arm chest press. Now, this could be a bilateral chest press, this could be rowing, this could be bent over press. This could be almost any exercise you do with attached training. However, the point of this is to show you how you can quickly adapt, change, tweak an exercise to get a different influence on your body. So let's go ahead and break it down, all right? First variation. Well, I like to use a staggered stance when I'm doing single arm pushing. It puts me in a good walking based position, and obviously the first variation could just be a simple one-arm staggered stance chest press. However, we could go ahead and get our hips more involved by dropping our hips a little bit, balancing, and coming on out of it. So now we're dropping in and we're coming on out. So there's a second variation of a single arm staggered chest press. Third one, we could go ahead, start here, and add a step. So now we can go ahead and step in and bring it back. If we want to be more aggressive, we could go ahead and add a quick jump. So now we set our feet and we explode to work on our power and our coordination. Each of these 4 variations of this exercise become more and more complex as it relates to getting your body to integrate together. Now let's go ahead and let's go into a parallel stance. Now we're going to go into a parallel stance. Now let's go into a parallel stance. So now we're going to put our feet side by side. We call it a parallel stance. Well, obviously the first variation could be a single arm chest press. Now what's the difference between a staggered and parallel? It's very simple. base of support is not going to be as stable in this position when we go to push, which means our trunk is going to have to work a lot more aggressively. Versus in this position, our back foot could help us really support ourselves. In this position, our trunk is going to have to work a whole lot more. Plus, with an offset load, we're going to actually work more of our lateral trunk, one way side or the other, depending on which arm you're pushing. Now let's go into a squat and stay in a squat position. Now, in order to do that, we're going to move this down a little bit. We're going to stay in this squat position, and we're going to press. Now, immediately, that's going to just engage my lower body a lot more aggressively, but it's also going to be somewhat different in regards to that's not a common movement for our body. So it's going to make our chest have to work a lot more aggressively because this is not a common position for us to push. The third variation is to drop into a squat and come on out of it pushing. So now this is much more consistent with how our body is designed to move. You're going to find a squat push is a great way to go ahead and activate a lot more of your lower body during your chest pressing. Now, let's keep ourselves parallel, but we're going to go perpendicular to our attachment point. So now we can go ahead and do rotational pushing. So again, all we're doing is starting here, rotating and pushing. Now what we can do is bring a step in with that. So now a very consistent movement that you will see people doing a lot during the day. And if you're a recreational athlete, like a tennis player, a rotational step is really going to feed into what you do on the court. So as a result now, we have taken the parallel stance and created 5 variations. We're now up to 9 variations of how to do single chest press. Now let's go into 10. Well, 10, we're going to drop down into a half kneeling position, make ourselves very stable, and now we can really isolate in and make our chest have to do a lot of work. However, if we want to get our legs more involved, we can come into a isometric hold split squat, which is really going to improve my back, leg, thigh flexibility because I'm putting it on a constant stretch while my trunk is engaged. So it's a great way to improve hip flexor and thigh flexibility. Now let's go into a full split squat. So we're going to split squat, come up, push it. Split squat, come up, push it. Notice I'm pushing as I come up. I'm not going to split squat and come down. That would be abnormal. Our body doesn't work like that. Our body wants to use our hips to push. So a split squat push is another variation that you could go ahead and add in. Now let's change our base of support to a bilateral stance. So once again, isometric hold position. Now the cool thing here is if the standing position was challenging for you, you may find that by shortening the lever arm into a a bilateral kneeling position, now your trunk can work, but you can get a lot more work with your chest because you're in a shorter lever arm, trunk has to work a little less, and now you can really go ahead and drive with that arm a lot more aggressively. Want to bring your hips in more? Drop into a hip extension or a hip flexion and extend as you come out. Drop down, extend as you come out. Now you can really get your glutes involved with this simple one-arm chest press variation. The final variation of chest press, we're going to move our attachment point way down because what we're going to do is we're going to go into a pillar position and we're going to do a pillar chest press. Now you know there's variations of this depending on how strong your pillar is. You could start kneeling, you could go to a split stance, or you can stack your feet, drop up, go into a full pillar position, or if you want to go into an extended pillar position, you can go into extended pillar position and work that situation. So now I've taken you through 4 different variations of a pillar press, but ultimately I just showed you 15 different ways to do a single arm chest press, and the only thing we did was change our base of support. By simply changing our base of support, we immediately impact our body significantly different, especially our lower body as it relates to flexibility and stabilization. Guys, don't get stuck doing the same exercise. If you're doing single arm chest presses or bilateral chest presses and you want to change it up, just change your base of support and you're good to go at making an exercise different, and therefore now your body's going to have to learn how to adapt. And that's what we want. We want exercise to make our body adapt so that we keep doing and enjoying the things we love doing each and every day.
Hi, this is Coach Chic, and this is something I call the last frontier in sport. Okay, if you think about it, science today has evolved to the point where we can do a lot to enhance an athlete's physical attributes. In other words, it's easy, with some dedication, to increase his or her speed, agility, strength, explosiveness, stamina, and so much more. Again, it takes some work, but we know how to accomplish those things, and every athlete can achieve top physical form with some dedication. That said, aren't there two sides to an outstanding athlete? I mean, the best physical specimen in the world usually isn't capable of competing at a high level without something else. What I'm getting at is the mental side of competition. To give you a clearer sense of this, though, let me quote something I shared in a recent article for my hockey diary. This by a noted sport psychotherapist. Here's how Dr. Jay Granite described problems he's seen. He talked about working with very talented young golfers who fell apart on the course. And he also described as many baseball players with great swings who couldn't hit in game conditions. Without question, their problems weren't physical. No, and like a lot of hockey players I've known, they've evidently had all the physical tools on nearly everything we'd expect from an elite performer, except. Okay, I doubt I'm telling the listener anything he or she doesn't really know already. If there's a problem, it might be that you, like a lot of others, tend to leave mental skills on the back burner. Yeah, for whatever reasons, and despite its obvious significance, mental preparation somehow gets ignored by players, parents, and coaches. Now, my hockey followers might find it interesting that a long time ago I started calling the mental side of our game the last frontier in sport. I don't know if that's so much the case anymore, but I might still call it the most ignored.
Now let's look at those different acceleration with a timer. So what we're going to do is, like what we do with research, we measure acceleration with 20 feet or about 6 meters, and we're going to do 4 different types of accelerations that are typically used in skating instructional programs. We're going to do a crossover hop, we're going to do a running start, we're going to do a start from a T position or a T start, and then we're just going to do a normal push and go start. So I'm going to go, then Nolan's going to go, and we're going to try all 4 of them, and we're going to see which one is faster so that we can prove to you objectively that the last one that we've talked about is just pushing and go, not hopping, not running, and certainly not starting from a T position like this is a faster way. So Nolan and I are going to go one at a time, and the first one we're going to do is the hop, the crossover hop. So we're starting here and crossing over, and then a little bit of a run. And let's see what time I did there. So I was 1.56. And when Nolan goes, whenever you're ready, Nolan. So Nolan's time was 1.53. Now the next one is going to be a running start. So you'll see this a lot of in some instructional programs. They'll sometimes put sticks there and you got to run over the sticks. So let's see what time we can get when we're running this time, Nolan, okay? So you're on your toes and you're running as fast as you can. And we'll see what time I got on that. 1.55. And let's see what Nolan can do when he's running. That was a nice little run, Nolan. That was good. 1.42. With your heels together and both hands on the ice, or both hands on the stick, and then starting from here. So let's see what we can do here. All right, take a look what I did here. 1.40. All right, Nolan, let's see what you can do, buddy. Heels together, that's it. And Nolan was 1.50. And now let's check the last acceleration out. So this one is just a normal push and go. Not hopping, our heels aren't being bit together. We're just going to push and go, and we'll see how we do on this one. All right, let's see what I did on that one now. 1.24. So that was a little bit faster. Now let's see what Nolan does with that normal push and go. Fast feet, that's it, Nolan. That was good, right on. And Nolan's got 1.37. Now I know you saw the times on the camera, and I know that you heard them when I was calling them out, but I just wanted to go over these again like we would do in a research setting, just to make it a little bit more objective. So when I did the crossover, my time was 1.56. When Nolan did the crossover, his time was 1.53. When we did the running start, my time was 1.55. Nolan was 1.43. The T start with our heels together, I was 1.40, and Nolan was 1.50. But, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. When we did just the push and go with your feet apart in a good ready position, quick feet, quick acceleration, 3 strides, my time was 1.24. So that's almost a quarter of a second faster than the rest of them. And Nolan's was 1.37. So the point here is this, that running crossover and hopping up and down, running up and down, and having your feet together are actually slower ways of accelerating than just being in the ready position and having 3 quick strides.
This has been a local video marketing production. We hope you've enjoyed this, and that you've picked up a number of great hockey tips. Please do tell some friends about these shows, and let the contributing coaches know how much you appreciate them.